are listening to Purpose and Life podcast with Pastor Christine Desiree. We provide motivating teachings that will help you understand and apply biblical principles to your life, show you how to overcome obstacles and challenges, and inspire you to live a life on purpose. Have you been settling for less than you are capable of? Are you afraid of failure or rejection? If you never try, you will never know what you can accomplish. It's time to step out in faith and reach for your potential. It's time to make a difference. Your potential is what you can become. It is your ability to grow, learn, and make a difference in the world. You have potential inside of you, but it is up to you to live up to it. You can change the world. There is power in your hands. You can make the world a better place for others with your talents and abilities. You are called to make a difference, and it is up to you to answer that call. Welcome to the Purpose and Life podcast. I am Pastor Christine Desiree. Today, I will talk to you about living up to your potential so you can make a difference in this world. The Bible has a lot to say about using our gifts and talents to make a difference in the world. In Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30, we read about the parable of the talents. I'm not going to read the entire passage this morning, but I will highlight the few verses that I want to read. And I'm going to start with verse 14. I'm going to read through verses 19. For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered his goods to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability. And immediately he went on a journey. Then he who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them and made another 5 talents. And likewise, he who had received 2 gained 2 more also. But he who had received 1 went and dug in the ground and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants came and settled accounts with them. I want you to go ahead and finish and read up until verse 30. So in this story, a man goes on a journey and he entrusts his servants with his money to use while he is gone. When he returns, he asks each of his servants, what did they do with the money he gave? The first 2 servants tell him that they doubled his investment. They were creative and they used their talents to make more money. The third servant, however, he buried his money out of fear. He was afraid of losing it. He was afraid of making a mistake. And as a result, he didn't make any profits. This parable teaches that you need to use your gifts and talents to make a difference in the world. You shouldn't let fear hold you back from doing what you are called to do. You shouldn't cover up and hide the gifts and talents that God has given you. He needs you to use them for his glory. You need to use them to advance his kingdom and the world around you. I remember when I was younger, I had a gift to play the piano, organ, keyboard, any instrument with keys, I could play them. I was gifted with the ability to hear any sound and replicate it on the piano. Well, my parents were pastors and they wanted me to play for the church. And I would tell them absolutely no. There was no way I was going to play for the church. I was so shy and I was so timid. Even though I had that gift, I wasn't confident enough to show it to the world. And I remember my parents and my sisters encouraging me over and over to use my gift. They kept telling me to stop hiding it. Stop hiding it, Christine. You need to use your gift. It was like they were preaching to the wall, okay, because I wasn't going to do it. Fear overtook me. I was a perfectionist as a kid and as a teenager. And there was going to be no way that I was going to put myself in the position to make a mistake in front of the church. And if you knew my father, he would just start randomly singing a song during his sermons. He's one of those singing preachers, and he would sing all through the message. So there was No way that I was going to allow myself in my head to be disgraced before a lot of people. It wasn't going to happen. But it wasn't until Dad came to me one day and he said, Christine, if you don't use your gift for the Lord, he is going to take this gift away from you and he will simply choose someone else because his purpose has to be accomplished. And then he read to me this story in Matthew chapter 25. Some of you may call this a scare tactic. At least my kids would call it a scare tactic. I was very young at the time. I was a young teenager. But you know what? I ended up using my gift for the Lord. I ended up playing for the church. I obeyed. I humbled myself before the Lord and I said yes. And I ended up, after some years, becoming the music ministry director and the music pastor of the church. God started giving me songs in the night, and I wrote and composed songs and music for myself and others. I eventually cut an album and helped other people on their CD projects. I went on tour. In fact, I even met very famous Christian music artists with whom I have strong relationships and bonds up to this day. So God took that gift that was inside of me to bless the world I was living in and beyond. And I believe it's still not over. I believe that there's still more. I have a lot of songs that I have to publish and to put out there. And so there's more to come from that gift. But anyway, enough about me and back to you. You have the ability to create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and joyful. You have the power to make a difference in this world. You can change the way people see things and inspire them to dream bigger than they ever thought before. And yet, some of you are not living up to your potential. You are not taking advantage of your abilities, your gifts, talents, or opportunities. Instead, you are allowing fear to hold you back from living up to the greatness that is inside of you. I'm going to say that again. You are allowing fear to hold you back from living up to the greatness that is inside of you. I'm encouraging you to dream bigger than you ever thought possible. I pray that the Lord will help you to tap into the potential and the possibilities that are inside of you, because they are there. You have the power to change lives for the better. Use your gifts and talents to make a positive impact on the world. And don't let fear hold you back from doing what you were created to do. Thank you for listening to this podcast episode today. I look forward to your tuning in to my next episode. Don't forget to visit me at www.pastorchristinedesiree.com or like and follow my ministry page on Facebook and Instagram at Pastor Christine Desiree. And for those of you who want to contact me, you can at purposeinlife@gmail.com, and your email will come directly to my phone.